Parts of the Gimli Glider are back on Canadian soil, and it's all thanks to the efforts of volunteers. The infamous glider made an emergency landing nearly 43 years ago. CTV's Joseph Bernacki caught up with the original pilot of the Gimli Glider and shows you how they brought a piece of history back to life.
This is my office. I flew this airplane quite a few times, and as a matter of fact, I was the last one to use it.
After a 7,000-kilometer journey from a California scrapyard, retired Captain Robert Pearson reunites with a part of the plane that made him famous 43 years ago.
It's great that this has been salvaged by the museum in Gimli. It's a piece of aviation history. And
what you are looking at is the cockpit from a former Boeing 767 known as the Gimli Glider. Captain Pearson landed safely on a decommissioned airstrip on July 23, 1983. All 69 people on board survived the emergency landing in Gimli during a flight from Montreal to Edmonton. An investigation would later reveal the plane ran out of fuel due to a miscalculation of the fuel load.
I must have gone through a range of emotions. Touching down was good. A gentleman came up to me and he said, put his hand on my shoulder, he said, "Captain, that was some feat."
This piece has been collecting dust since 2008 at the Mojave Air and Spaceport in Southern California. Gimli Glider exhibit volunteers had their eye on it since 2017. They raised funds, and thanks to a generous donor, it's now on its way to Gimli. And volunteers like Peter Grant were there to see it through.
Holy mackerel, as soon as I saw the truck coming through the border and I saw the cockpit, my heart started to beat.
Grant said the cockpit will be refurbished and put on display in the coming months. He says he still can't fathom what it took for Pearson to safely land the plane.
A lot of people don't realize the wizardry that Bob Pearson had to have to fly a plane like that with no fuel, no engines. All he had was up, down, left, and right. And he flew the plane for 100 miles with nothing.
But it was all in a day's work, according to a humble Pearson.
My job was to take off and land an airplane full of passengers. And I'm really pleased I could do my job that day.
Joseph Bernacki, CTV News, Emerson.